Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second game of the Heroes of Wellspring City campaign, which is called First Day on the Job. Last time, all your fun and funky teens stumbled across an underground science lab with some weird goo and got splashed by the weird goo and, got splashed, got changed, got some new abilities, and stuff. Just listen to the last game. I'm not gonna do a good job summarizing. So it has been a few days since then, maybe a week, probably less. So if everyone can go from top to bottom, introduce yourself, introduce your character, and then let us know how the past few days have been going for them. Since that, the last game.
Yeah, the end of the last game. I really need to change my name so I'm not at the top of the list, but I am at the top of the list currently. I'm Lordly, and my character is Cat. And he's actually been spending the last few days not super differently from how he normally does, honestly. Except for the addition of... If you've ever watched Danny Phantom, I know none of the people playing this game with me have. That's a lie for those of you who don't know us. He's doing the Danny Phantom thing of when Danny originally got his power and just kept dropping things through his hands. Cat's doing the same thing as his extremities occasionally just drift into smoke. It's been a pain for him, honestly. He's dropped his favorite deck of cards twice. And, the whole, oh god, I've accidentally doomed some of my our friends have been doomed to be weird monster things, but he's putting that aside to panic about later. It's in the vault.
Oh no, 52 pickup is now 48 card pickup.
Oh no. Hi.
Right, that's me done.
Oh.
Sorry.
Hi, I'm Arthur. Today I'll be playing Nikola N. Change. You're not allowed to know what the N stands for. They're bumming a little bit. I honestly, they have been waiting for the other two to drop. They know it's coming. This is obviously some sort of plot relevant detail. Something will happen soon. But in the meantime, they've just been spending time with their grandparents. They've been, trying to seek out the little bits of nature that they can find in Wellspring City. And I think that, the one thing that they've done that's actually helped them is they've gone to the local shelter and they've been socializing puppies and kittens, which is a thing you can do if you volunteer.
I might have to volunteer.
And that's that, the others probably haven't heard too much from them. But outside of, school and shit, they have been just sort of convincing themselves that, the little flashes of changing and unnaturalness that have cropped up aren't them. Or they are, but they don't define them. They're trying to work with this.
Oh, Nikola. I hold them soft.
I hold up one Nikola. Yep.
I love the PowerPoint of, I know something's going to happen. I'm just going to ignore everything important until it happens.
It's like, this will bite me in the ass. Kittens now.
Look, don't think about it. Don't think about it. Everything's fine. That was just weird. We all know Katie's full of hot air. Cat's just full of hot air. So it's fine. That's why they're dropping things. It's nothing to do with anything that happened. No.
Verl.
It is.
It's your turn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Verl.
That's me. Yes.
Introduce
exist.
yourself and your character.
Yes.
Beloved Verl.
Yeah, beloved me. Not really.
Wait.
It's me as
Hey,
usual.
beloved.
Me.
We will love you if we want to, and you can't stop us.
Okay. Well, you do that. You do you. Lordly, that's an accurate enough gif of, how everything happened last game. Just yes, Nickelodeon host getting slimed. Yep, that's about it. Shaun is totally doing fine. He is not freaking out about sometimes losing bodily consistency at all, and has perfect explanations for everything weird going on, and he's going to just ignore it. It's fine. It's cool. We're all fine. There was not an evil car that tried to eat us. Nope. And he did not spend time in a bucket.
It felt very cozy. Don't think about it.
Nope. Don't think about the cozy.
This is it. Hey, we're all good with swearing, right?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Fuck
Then
yes.
Shaun has decided to fuck it the bucket.
Basically.
I'm glad that Homestuck isn't canon because Cat would have things to say.
You dare utter another word. Don't you dare.
Must force self not to say more.
I'm watching you. I'm watching both of you.
Talis, what's Tailwind doing?
Tailwind is, if anyone notices from the outside, they always look tired. Inwardly, he's more tired. He has been. Well, they. Thank you. I did this specifically. Thank you very much. So that I would get used to this. They would. They are much more tired than normal. They have been staying up later than normal. Sometimes into the sunrise, trying to find out as much as they can about this goo that they have in a jar now. They're up to test 5. Poking it with a stick does nothing. They may not be entirely coherent.
See, now we're going to get mutant sticks as an enemy in a later part of the campaign.
Look, if you don't know what the old D&D adage of sticks to snakes is, it's going to be real interesting when you get told.
Consider we get the trusty stick companions.
We do need a bizarrely heteronormative pet, don't we?
God.
It's just a big stick bug. You got stick bugged.
That is fantastic, actually.
We just send him out onto the field, and every enemy takes psychic damage when they see his awesome dance.
Thomas, do you want a stick bug for Tailwind? Because if you want a stick bug for Tailwind, you can poke this goo with a stick, and it comes alive. It turns into a bug if you want.
I'm gonna roll a flat d20.
For what?
For stick bug.
Roll for stick bug.
So
Is that
currently
somebody roll
there's a
for
stick
stick bug?
bug in a jar that was once just a stick.
Yup.
They don't know what to do with it, but it's in the jar now, and it hasn't needed food for 3 days.
Nope.
So there's that.
Right. I guess Brittney, after the first day or two, which was basically just her desperately trying to ignore everything that had happened and avoiding the other members of the gang like the plague.
Fair, valid.
It's on the third day where she actually ends up using her powers again by accident, and she finds out that it's not just weird tentacle and gross stuff. She ends up realizing that, weird, it's like she has strange psychic powers now as well, and right now she's still not entirely sure how to use them consistently, and sometimes she does still have to try and avoid hanging out with her friends when it looks like when she's feeling particularly gooey, I guess, and she can't and she doesn't have much control of her powers those sort of days, but in her attempt to sort of get her mind off of everything, I guess she has started using her powers a lot more, namely spells like suggestion, dissonant whispers, detect thoughts.
Oh no!
Oh, jeez. Brittney.
I have a question. What kind of warlock is Brittney?
Oh no, she's a sorcerer.
Aha.
She also has subtle spells, so
Jesus. So she's still like, alright, weird shit happened. I'm gonna use it to torment my fellow high schoolers. It's not as though they've got a bad enough time as it is.
Well, is it her
Oh,
fellow high
absolutely.
schoolers, or is it like the?
That's like the most realistic choice.
This is true.
Because there would be a fair few people in Brittney's. I don't want to say house. It's not a house. It's a huge ass fucking tower that she lives in. But there's plenty of like cooks and chauffeurs and general, I don't know the word. Servants, hired help. I don't know. There's a lot of people that she can fuck with if she feels like it.
Oh, they're paid to deal with it. High schoolers, on the other hand.
I don't think too many people have warning the owner's daughter has psychic powers and will use them.
Does this get covered in workman's comp?
Maybe.
I don't think mental damage gets covered in workman's comp.
You mean trauma?
No, I mean psychic damage.
I looked
Real
at the
psychic
DM.
damage.
Hey,
Is there
hey,
a difference?
if it's really bad,
yeah.
he does have calm emotion.
That is also not a good thing to do to people.
I mean, it's better than some of the other stuff. It's better than Dissonant Whispers.
Barely. You know, we take those. We take those.
Counterpoint.
You're messing with their minds, but in a positive direction.
They know Brittney has fucked with their brain. They don't know how.
Or do they know, though? Because,
How
again,
does
subtle
calm
spell.
emotions read?
Calm emotion? Hold on. It doesn't specify that the target knows who's casting it. Like, with Detect Thoughts, it does, but a lot of these other spells, like, with Suggestion, it doesn't specify that they know who cast the spell unless they saw it themselves, I guess. And
Jesus.
same
Even with Detect
Calm
Thoughts.
Emotions and
Yeah, even with Detect Thoughts, they only know if you like try to push deeper beyond like surface level thoughts anyway, so you could absolutely just skim without anyone knowing.
True. So, yeah, that's what Brittney's been doing. Trying to get the hang of these new powers of hers because, by her logic, listen, I need something to distract myself.
We're going to have to, make a, villain stick and thwack her with it whenever she starts doing stuff that's too morally compromised.
Okay, you'll drag her into a friendship arc after, like, a tournament arc or something.
Her hair is starting to float like a Medusa.
Just like get a spray bottle. Like nope, no, bad. Drop it.
You'll have to get near her first because she has not been seen within 3 rooms of any of you guys.
True. You're not popular enough to be in her presence.
Well, look what happened last time she hung out with you.
She got superpowers.
Yeah, the superpower to drop shit, and sometimes your body starts decomposing. It's really good powers. We super love them.
Man, it sucks to be you guys, Brittney says, hiding her arm that has turned into a tentacle.
Calamari. I see.
She no longer likes sushi, I'll say that.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no, she's become the ultimate villain. She's turned vegan.
Oh my god.
No. Wait, I need I have a cursed image. I must
Okay.
locate it for you.
Okay, what is it?
Please, DM. We will continue to tangent.
I was planning for tangents. I was hoping it would be like in character, your character's interacting, but
I'm good for the next 5 hours, but I don't think everyone else is.
I'm good for the next day and a half.
I have no school. It's the weekend. I could go for a while.
There you go. That's
it's
Brittney.
the weekend, so we have a little. Why'd they make her? Oh my gosh.
Okay. Nice dress. Hold on. I gotta show this on. I gotta put this into OBS. I need to show the recording.
Yeah, I'm gonna be editing that in. God.
Where do you start with that?
I don't know.
Look, at least it's not sexy.
It's
Ursula.
not.
Well,
It's not
labeled
I
as
take
sexy,
it off.
Ursula.
I take that back. It could be worse.
It could be worse.
Absolutely be worse.
It could.
I guess.
It could be worse. It could be a lot better.
This
There
is
you
extremely
go.
unfortunate.
All right, I put in the OBS.
Fantastic.
I hate that I kind of want some of these dresses.
Oh God, yeah.
Anyway, the game.
Gosh, Miss Will, there we go. It's Brittney. It's
Yeah,
fine.
we are supposed to be having a game instead of looking at Disney villains Barbie dolls.
Have we
Is that Barbie? I don't think
finished
so.
all our introductions?
I think
believe
we just
so.
finished introductions with Tala as Brittney has been using her powers.
We
And
got a nice picture of Brittney. There you go. That's what she's been doing.
It's been 20 minutes, you guys.
we got through the introductions, so
Has it been an hour? Congratulations.
I mean,
Oh no, now I have the fucking Ursula song stuck in my head. This is obviously Brittney's fault.
Yeah, she's using her new psychic powers for evil by projecting songs into your head.
The truest of evil.
At least it's not Cat, because he'd just be playing the song that never ends.
not anime openings.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Oh, God. Mass suggestion. Anime is cool now.
Okay.
Okay, enough dunking on all our characters.
Probably deserve it.
I'm just gonna I don't have much for this game, so I'm just gonna say it's once again after school. Classes have just let out. You guys are on the the high school campus. Yeah. What are you doing?
It's been about, what, 3-4 days since we've got our powers or more?
Something like that. Less than a week for sure, but a good few days at least.
Alrighty. I think Kat would have, at several points during the week, tried to seek out Brittney to be like, sorry for how that went, but Brittney will have almost definitely avoided him, especially like the plague.
Oh, absolutely.
Just imagining her just taking sudden turns into classrooms and stuff.
Brittney just using her powers to scan the mind, and anytime anyone thinks, oh, there goes that weirdo, she goes the other way.
Yeah,
Anytime she starts to hear anime music in the head, abort.
If she ever ends up in the same classroom as him, in the same class, she just forces the kid in the farthest possible desk to move.
Just like suggestion, talk to Kat about anime. For the last 4 days, he's been, super hype about just how many folk are suddenly into talking about anime with him.
Nikola also has detect thoughts, but I kind of DM, if you'll allow me a little liberty, kind of like the idea that they can't really control it. So like they're getting sort of bombarded by teenage angst, and then also like Brittney will walk by, sort of reflecting the thoughts of like whoever she's listening in on, and they're just like, Jesus, whoever that is.
Like microphone feedback when you get two of them too close together.
Yeah, they've had like they are all like I've shared with you all where they live. They are never not around people. This sucks.
That's tasty. Definitely I'll allow that.
Just so, randomly, yeah, angst. It's
like it's all stuff like my parents won't buy me a car, or like what if Sabrina doesn't like my new hairstyle, or like oh my god I have a crush on them and I can't say anything, or like oh my god I got an F, like all the time. And then they go home and it's all like, where are my dentures?
Oh, back in the war. you get horrible war flashbacks and you project it into your brain.
I think there's like a lunch period where they just sort of sit next to Tailwind and they both look like beat up to hell from lack of sleep, and they just sort of look over, make eye contact, nod, look away.
Do not read Tailwind's mind. It's going it's going like 100 miles a minute.
Oh no, if they can't help it, they can't, like, they're getting a lot of that shit.
Because like the way I picture their powers like starting up, it's like they have enhanced cognition of everything around them, so they're like categorizing everything in detail, and if you don't realize what's going on in their head, it sounds like white noise. But if you pick out anything, it's like if you ever turn on if you know what a ghost box is.
Yeah.
You randomly hear words.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
That's
sick.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's just like a bunch of things massively switching from point to point to point to point. And then eventually you'll just hear a word.
Oh, so
Yeah,
Tailwind
just,
just
like-
got ADHD.
Like this, they're just like, this kid needs to lay off the caffeine.
What's coffee? I'm glad I can get our hoodwinked reference in early.
I don't drink coffee. If we need something to start us out with, like, I think Nikola will, like, after a few days, will, seek out Tailwind, seek out Shaun, seek out, Kat. Probably won't go to Brittney because Brittney is stressful right now. They're sorry, Brittney.
Don't be. It's very understandable.
But yeah, it's like, at least, like, maybe at one point they're sort of standing all together, and you see familiar purple UP and Tune shamble up. They don't look great, and they just go, hey, fellas. How's things?
Oh, things.
Yep. Full disclosure, I'm getting kind of like, think I can read people's thoughts now.
Oh God.
Yeah.
What number am I thinking of?
What are you thinking of, Kat?
It's 7.
7.
Oh my god, you're sucking.
Yeah. Tailwind, yeah. I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to listen in or violate anyone's, privacy, but, yeah.
I kind of want you to make an insight check at advantage on Tailwind.
Sure. Their insight, it's not bad. Come over to the roll zone, though. Oh, wait, with advantage.
Yeah.
22.
So, in Tailwind's mind, you just see them look at Kat, deadpan. The facial expression says, God, why am I friends with you? Inside their head is like, God, why are you the only person I can talk to? Why the only person I consider a friend?
He's like a mold. He grows on you.
Unfortunately.
Cat, meanwhile, is just like, well, in the interest of full disclosure, check out what I figured out how to do. And he, like, picks up the nearest rock and just focuses on his hand, and the rock falls through the hand as it turns into smoke briefly.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah. He's a gas. Real good party trick.
Pun.
Yeah, I can't say anything like that has happened to me yet. Though my phone has been at 100% for 4 days now, and it hasn't left that. Also, I've made a stick bug.
You made a stick bug?
I made a stick bug.
Maybe see a stick bug.
you know what? It's kind of easier to see, but you know what?
Do you have
Go ahead.
do you have perhaps I don't know a video of the stick bug?
No, I still have it. It's in a jar. It's back at the it's back at the landfill. It's easier just to kind of see it.
Are you inviting us over?
You know what? Yeah, it's been a while. No one's talked about it. I think it's a perfectly fine time to at least figure something out. I'll bring the stick bug.
That is a good call. We should probably get Brittney. Yes.
You know, I've been giving her space. She is I can't turn this off, and I'm pretty like. My running theory is that either she is constantly screaming in her head all the time, or she's got something similar going on and it's like a feedback. It could be the screaming.
From what I've known of her, screaming does sound about appropriate.
Yeah, just sort of like a deep, sort of existential. Like I worry about that girl.
So do I.
But you know, it could be just sort of psychic powers.
I've been trying to get a hold of her, but she's been avoiding me. So can't imagine why.
I mean,
I'll add when you do end up picking up on Brittney's thoughts, it might be a little painful for you because it's also really really difficult to parse at first. Like at first it sounds like a lot of really loud static, I suppose, before it sort of clears out, but not completely.
I mean, I could go try. You know, I think perhaps sometimes you come on a little bit strong for her. And I've been told, well, most of the time, I've been told I'm a little bit of a disarming presence. Unless someone has a better suggestion.
No, not personally.
All right.
Is anything in her locker that we can get?
In her locker? I mean,
it's like you planning to steal something to make her come, so that she has to come get it.
A little bit.
That seems mean.
That seems like the easiest method, honestly.
And it still seems mean.
You can use it as plan B when a kind asking doesn't work.
I mean, fair.
Right, well,
fair.
I mean,
counterpoint, we could do it at the same time so she doesn't realize. Or at least she can't stop it.
Okay, well, it's your plan, so 1, 2, 3, not it.
I mean, I can go talk to her.
Yeah, I mean, that works. It's
right,
I haven't done it a lot, but, you know.
Reach through her locker or whatever with your dropping powers.
Can you do
I
that?
don't think I can do that. I don't think I'm intangible. I think I'm smoke.
Yeah.
And then there's a slit at the top of the locker, right? You just put your hot air of a self in there, and there you go. You'll have to get back out, but that's your problem.
Hey, Shaun. Aren't you, sir, on occasion, goo?
I can't really walk.
Could you sort of slide in sort of an ambulatory fashion?
Possibly. Maybe.
I do have a bucket.
I just think Cat there would leave less of a trace of their presence with the whole doesn't stick to things.
Yes, but I did say not it. Because pestered me enough for the whole blackmail thing in the first place. I'd really rather not do more to get on her bad side. I would ideally like to still be friends with her, or be friends with her again, which I don't think stealing from her would be all that conducive to.
Why don't we go into two parties, if you will. One of them retrieves the Brittney, and the other, if you really must, steals from the Brittney.
Well,
I think the backup plan is perfectly fine if we can't find the Brittney, and we've already apparently blackmailed the Brittney. I'm looking at Cat.
Cat, did you blackmail Brittney?
how else was I supposed to get her to hang out with us?
I feel like the charm of your personality would have, the non sort of blackmailing parts of your personality.
No.
What?
We have history, which is why I have blackmail, actually. The blackmail is the fact that we have history. It's a whole thing.
Don't you no longer have blackmail because you just gave away the blackmail, though?
I don't think it counts if you tell other losers like us who aren't going to use it.
Exactly. I mean, who'd believe any of you that, the most popular girl in school used to hang out with me?
I don't think he's that far-fetched. I think you're a lot alike in a lot of ways.
Cat's head is just tilting to the side.
Well, you're both sort of, very forceful personalities. Very, a lot of conviction. Sort of a similar sort of, I don't want to be hurtful. Similar approach to dealing with people.
That's out of character laughter. I love it. It's true.
She'll hate it.
Plot twist down the line, they're brother and sister.
Oh god.
No.
I thought that kicked me out. Okay.
So, Kat's just like, well, if you're going to be on team, speak to her. Whatever you do, don't say that to her face. She'd be gravely insulted. Probably.
Alright.
Also, with what you were talking about, she probably has weird, mind powers.
Yeah.
So, actually, you can just say all you want. You can hear it anyway.
Also true.
The bird is already out there.
So, Tailwind, you and me on team, do the locker thing? Since, if I can't do the gassy thing, then you can probably pick the lock.
I'll see what I can do. And by that I mean I'll see what I actually can do.
Alrighty. That leaves you two who are less unpopular than us to try and get things in motion. Alright, bye. Have fun. And just sort of rockets off with a Tailwind in tow. Possibly
congratulate Brittney for being the first obstacle for the party.
I'm not sure if I should be feeling proud of this anymore.
We had to make 2 mission plans for the Brittney. So.
It's not the evil, or I assume evil, mayor who is her father. It's her.
The Brittney.
She's true evil.
I love how you know nothing about the mayor, but you're like, I assume he's evil, yeah.
Look,
But
this is
there's a smoking background, therefore he must be evil.
He's a mayor.
All
Yeah,
mayors
works
are
Well,
for
evil.
the
maybe he's like the
government.
Powerpuff Girls mayor who's just blisteringly incompetent.
He raised Brittney.
That's a fair point.
More
So you know
points for
one
that,
thing about
then.
him. Okay.
I just have to get a picture.
Let's. I do have a picture of him, but it's just I'm waiting until he shows up in the game to actually show him.
No, I mean like we'll need to show a picture to Brittney and be like, is this your dad? And then find out for sure.
Okay. Let's start with Nikola and Shaun going up to Brittney.
Oh, okay. Brittney. It's the end of the day, right?
Yeah, classes have let out for the day, so
He has to leave
Alright.
sometime.
probably
Yeah,
similar
okay.
position to the last game where you're like waiting for your driver to get there to go drive you home in your fancy car.
Or, well, let's say right now, she was talking with a couple of her gal pals, but at the moment she has split off from them to go grab like a school book she left in her locker. So right now she is currently walking through the school hallways alone.
Oh my gosh, they split into two teams and they're gonna both be running into her almost.
She won't know it's me coming because I'm just thinking very solid thoughts.
Hey, Brittney.
Rock. Cement.
Well, she does also have
Jawbreakers.
better she does also have better control over her powers, so no accidental mind reading.
That's good.
No accidental fun times for you.
Does everyone want to roll? Everyone involved in this want to roll perception, and we'll see if they can spot Brittney before Brittney spots them and power walks away.
Sure.
Oh boy. Alright.
Well, it's a 9. It won't be too hard to beat that. So hold on, I'm gonna go turn off my heat. It's getting warm in here.
That is a 20 for perception.
9. Beats it.
Okay, so
Brain power.
Right,
so
what did
Verl,
we
you
get?
got a 20
Yes.
physical dice.
No, that was 18 plus 2.
No, I'm asking, are you using physical dice? And that's
I'm using the roller on the Dungeon Master's Vault.
I see.
Ah.
Okay, so Nikola and Brittney tie and don't see each other very much, but yeah, Shaun sees Shaun with a nat 20 just fucking knows where Brittney is instantly, I guess. You spot her from a mile away and, lead Nikola after her so that you guys can go talk to her.
Doing anything weird or shady, we're just trying to talk to a person. After all. Who's gonna question us?
There's not many people around to even see this happening, so.
Yeah, hey there, Brittney.
Oh, and what do you want?
Well, we're planning a little bit of a, I guess you could call it a shindig to just sort of figure out what's what. Apparently the goo made a stick into a stick bug. Yeah. So,
I'm supposed to care why exactly?
well, we thought you might like to be included. Seeing as this would pertain, to the whole, and they sort of gesture vaguely at her head.
Yeah, okay, don't make me laugh.
Can they cut? What's Brittney thinking right now?
Okay, surface level, exactly what she just said. Basically along the lines of, oh, these fucking buffoons. I can't believe the nerve of them.
Well, that's
But-
hurtful.
But if you're casting detect thoughts, you can always probe deeper.
Yeah, they sort of take a second, and they're some of the shading around, I think underneath their ears and like the tear ducts turns a little bit green in the middle of the purple, and they blink and they will try to cast detect thoughts on Brittney.
I will say, if you're trying to go deeper than surface level, you'll need to use a spell slot.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Like I said, this is our first encounter, Brittney.
All right. Let's see. A wisdom save, right?
Yes.
All right. That would be a d20 plus 2. 18.
Mm.
Can Brittney tell what they were trying to do?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you're met with static, and she squints at you before saying, you know, I really think you should get going. And she is going to cast suggestion, subtle spell. So can you make a wisdom saving throw as well?
Yes. Let's see. 16.
Yeah, okay. It also bounces off you.
You both
I
feel
love
like
this
this
one.
whiplash.
Kind of glare at each other funny and is like, what are you doing?
This psychic battle where nothing happens.
Yeah, Nikola just sort of blinks and goes, "I'm not. Sorry, that wasn't intentional.
Yeah. Whatever. I have to get my books. You can go
Consider,
do whatever you losers do.
Well,
Brittney,
it's-
you don't think it's a little bit concerning that anyone could have these powers? We're new at this. I don't know exactly what you can do. It kind of hurts to, like, I'm not here because I want to be. I don't want to offend you. It hurts to be around you.
Okay,
But,
then go away then. I'm not asking for your presence.
well, can I ask you something? You've been detecting the thoughts of all the people around you.
Oh, that was only for the first day or two.
Oh
It's
boy,
been
aren't we
3
lucky?
days from the background.
How many of your friends want to be around you?
Ooh.
Could you roll? If you want, could you roll an insight?
Sure.
Actually, wait, no. You have access to surface level thoughts. It goes blank.
Brittney defeated.
Owie zowie.
Holy shit.
Got hit with truth bomb.
Severe damage to the self-esteem.
I get
Well,
the feeling.
It's not damage to self-esteem. I'll say that much.
2d6 ego damage.
I get the feeling that maybe I'm not sort of built to understand sort of the person you like to be. But I can tell you that I'm here because I want to help, and I can tell you that you're invited because we want you around, not because we want something from you. So, if you're really hell bent on not learning more about these powers, not, doing just the petty stuff for, as long as it lasts, maybe you don't want to come along. But if you want to find out more, if you want to get stronger, maybe, you're welcome. Anytime you're welcome.
Well, there's always another reason to want to come around, because apparently Tailwind just made this stick bug thing that we're like, okay, sure, we'll look at it, right? If you made some weird stick bug thing in public with no one to cover for you, because we don't know what's going on with you and we don't know stuff happening around you, we won't be able to make an excuse for you or cover it up or anything, and you're just... Then everyone will think you're a loser without us, and then you're in trouble anyway, so... Might as well stick with us until you can figure out how to fix it.
Yeah, listen here. The person I like to be, and she directs this to Nickel, is someone far, far better than you. I have been doing, well, from what I've heard, I've made far more progress in terms of controlling my powers and learning more about them than any of you had in the 3 days it's been. So I guess what that means is I don't need the help of some dumb hick, and I never will.
You don't think you'll ever need my help?
You can understand English, can't you? Now, if you don't mind, I do have a locker I need to get to.
Smash cut.
Smash cut to the locker brewery.
Yeah, fair point. So, how's it going at the locker?
Okay, so I gotta ask, does Kat have any sleight of hand or pickpocketing skills?
Is it on their sheet?
I gotta ask.
Oh, there we are. For a second, my computer stopped working. God damn it, I had this open and then I shut it for some reason. I always do this. He has a 4 in sleight of hand. I do need to get him proficiency in that at some point.
Better than I. So I will leave the skullduggery up to you.
I hate that... Actually, I won't. I'll say this in character. Cat's just like, I hate that I am having to do this. She's pissed enough at me already, but,
Oh,
and then...
she won't even know you were in here.
Cat gives them a very deadpan stare. You can't tell because of the mask, but let me just roll for this.
Fine, anyway. How much more pissed off at you can she possibly be, right?
Yeah, but she has psychic powers, and I don't want to tempt her into, using them on me.
No, she's gonna do that anyway, so why bother?
Well, actually, right now, she's avoiding me. I don't want to tempt her into vengeance.
Oh,
19.
yeah.
Yeah, you get the locker open easily, with no signs of damage or anything.
Cat's just like, yeah, I've done this before.
Yeah, I know.
Specifically her locker too.
It's like you just know the combination offhand because you've changed it.
Can I?
You changed it to one number different so she doesn't realize and she thinks she messed up.
Oh, can I say what's in the locker then?
Yes, go ahead.
It's besides the usual school books and whatnot, there doesn't seem to be much else in her locker. It's like really bare, actually. Except for this like wait, what's the word for that jacket all the high school jocks wear?
Varsity
Yeah.
jacket.
Varsity
Leather jacket?
jackets. Yeah, there's or leather. I don't know. But there's
Letterman jacket?
one of those.
Yeah, one of those.
One of those. That's a jacket that definitely is too big for her. Hanging from one of the pegs. But besides that, there's really little else.
Cat's just like, your plan, little dude. You choose what we hold to ransom.
Out of
Investigation
character,
check if you
it's
want to
like,
look closer.
That's the one who
Sure.
knows them. Why aren't you choosing what's valuable to steal?
Investigation is something I'm
You
actually good
can-
at. Here's the jinx.
Ooh, 22.
Okay, yeah, a 22. Well,
Probably
behind the
Jack.
books, behind the books you find what appears to be a very old and worn dog collar. It's bright pink, and it's got the name Princess on it.
Oh no. I feel.
And I guess, actually, Kat probably does know what it is. It's the dog collar of her old poodle.
You're gonna steal
Poor
her
guy
dead
passed away a
dog's
while
collar.
ago.
What was that, Tyler? I didn't hear that.
It's the collar of her old poodle. Poor little thing died a while ago, like in middle school. She was all heartbroken about it and whatnot.
Cat's just like, well, I feel like bad. He takes the collar out, hands it to Tailwind. You did this. And just amscrays.
Great.
Listen, I wasn't sure what I was gonna put in here. I had to look at my hammer space. I had to look at the fumble chart.
Hey DM,
Yeah?
would Nikola and Shaun have the opportunity to roll persuasion so that it doesn't fucking come to this?
I mean, they're doing this simultaneously. That's why Brittney isn't at the locker at the same
Like,
time.
it's-
I think, Tala, would you be okay with them rolling persuasion? Or is Brittney so dead set against it that, like, nothing's gonna sway her?
I mean, from the
Go ahead.
sound.
Go ahead, persuasion. Actually, the both of you, if you do want to, like, as she's turning to walk away, you can roll persuasion for one last chance, I guess.
Sure.
So it's gonna be
23.
like Coins'
Wait a sec.
plea,
Oh,
kindly plea to reconsider versus, yeah, no, you're gonna screw up eventually. For two reasonings. Have fun.
And Tala, you can roll.
Persuasion is
I have an idea of what Tailwind is gonna do, because like at this point it's more like, okay, the shenanigans have got us this far. We can rely on the shenanigans, but then it's like you see this, the obvious like, this is something actually important.
I will also mention, Nikola can talk to people with their thoughts. So, like, once, if they have in fact convinced the Brittney, they can be like, all right, fucking close the thing before we fuck this up.
Yeah. Tala, if you want to roll a whiz save against those persuasions, you can. Or if you want to just say that it works.
Actually, she physically can't beat that 23. Yeah, do you have a specific thing Nicole says, or?
Consider, we actually like you.
Do we though? I mean, Cat does, but...
I mean, Cat and Nikola makes that we grammatically correct, so, like...
At least
like,
two
it's
of
not
them.
wrong.
Like, all of that, like, you're... Like, I will forever be better than you. Well, I am your friend, so, like... Fuck you, I guess.
Do you want a legion of simps?
Well, she
do you want simps?
pauses,
This is how you get simps. It's like ants.
Or salmonella.
Like salmonella. Okay. Well, she pauses, turns, looks at you incredulously, and you can actually feel something poke at your mind a little. Is Nicole being genuine here?
They actually are. Like, they will fail that whiz save. You can go as deep as you want. They are tired and scared, and they don't know what the rest of your life is going to look like right now. But they're trying to do the best they can by folks, and that includes you.
Okay, well, there's a brief moment before she sighs, flips her hair, and says, "Fine, then, if you're going to be so insistent." Now, where are those other two?
They
like you, Baka.
close their mind off and go, all right, YouTube, fucking put it back, whatever you took, we got it. The Brit needs to go.
And it's at that point.
Obtained.
It's at that point where it's like, the dog collar was handed over, and Tailwind's just like, oh crap, I can't. I can't just blame this on them now. And it's like, okay, good. They're gonna hang it directly over top the varsity jacket.
So they're gonna leave her a symbol that you went into her locker.
No, well, as long as they don't realize we were in there.
You never
it's
know.
Like weird serendipity.
Hey, DM, I just realized something about Awakened Mind. They have to be looking at the people that they're communicating. However, may I rule a funny that like these two scenes are happening down the hallway to each other? They just like they're usually angling Brittney so that she is only party to one of them.
I do love that also feeds back into the joke I had. We're down the hallway. Tailwind just screamed, "It's been 3 days!" That wasn't non-canon, apparently.
Yeah, so, like, Brittney asks where are the other two, turns around, there are the other two. Tailwind has put the dog collar back and shut the locker, and I guess you're just trying to play it casual now.
I will make a stealth check not to get in trouble for this.
That's
Leaning
a good
directly
idea.
on Brittney's locker.
Oh no, I just realized we tried to pull one over one of the two characters who can read thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
You better look very unsuspicious.
okay, so here's the thing. The artificer subclass I have, the armor, has two variants. One is the big mech suit. The other is like a stealth suit, which is currently what I'm using because I don't want the bonuses to the big armor suit.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, I have the infiltrator armor on, which gives me advantage on stealth checks.
Oh boy.
Thank God.
Right?
If all else fails, Cat can create a smoke cloud, smoke bomb.
Just snap their fingers. Peace. You just look like one of the stoner kids was around here. Stealth is not a tag skill, so it's not the best, but I do have advantage on it.
2 crit fails. Come on.
I think this is
come
how
on.
double inline rolling works. Yes.
Hey, you actually got it.
Oh, look at that. Okay, a 19. Well, Brittney turns around, sees you two, and goes, "Huh. Well, that's convenient." Before she walks over to her locker, she's very clearly still ignoring you, Cat. Before she opens it, grabs her books, pauses, and stares at the dog collar for a moment. And goes, "Wait a minute." Before she reaches in, takes it out, and goes, "Huh, I can't believe I still have this old thing. Whatever." And promptly throws it into the nearest trash can. And closes the door.
I want
Alright,
to incite that so bad, but I'm not going to.
Why
You have an
not?
emotional moment in front of you losers.
Alright,
Cat
For the
actually
sake
has
of
a
the plot.
to incite that, so I'm gonna.
Nikola will also.
Hey, Cat, you can have advantage on this, I'm thinking.
Oh, sweet.
Or you might not need it.
I'll take it. Just in case I crit inside or something.
That'd be an 18 on insight from Nikola.
Well, okay, a 16 and an 18. Well, Cat, this is... Well, you haven't seen that dog collar since middle school, but that does seem very uncharacteristic of her. Like, she does genuinely seem to not care a lot for that collar. Both of you can tell this. Mostly she was just confused about why it was still in her locker.
So it's uncharacteristic, but she doesn't particularly care. Or
Yeah.
Note for later. I think that maybe seeing that Cat is being ignored, Nikola will come up beside and just sort of link arms so that they can walk together.
With Cat or with
With Cat.
Alright. He will happily do so.
And while they're walking, you hear in your head, was that sort of how she was back in the day? Or is that new?
Well, yes younger, that would have probably messed her up a bit, but it has been a few years, so she might have come to terms with it, maybe?
Well, there is, if it's a hammer space item, which it might be, it does reappear in your hammer space after like 1 minute if you throw it away.
That
But
is true. That is something that I, as a player, had forgotten. Cat wouldn't have.
I had also forgotten that as a player, and I just removed it from her hammer space.
Well, I don't know. It's well, I don't know. It like I don't know. I'd like to keep an eye on her.
Yes, I'd appreciate that. Like, as a friend, kind of friend, would be friend.
I think you're her friend, and I like to think that someday she'll be yours again too. You know, maybe she just hit her head. Maybe she's brainwashed.
I'd like to meet. I would sincerely like to meet the person who has a stronger will than Brittney. I really would.
The Gravity Falls theme song intensifies in the background.
I don't know which direction is the dump from here. Can someone else please roll the survival check? I can't. I just can't.
Follow me. I've been living here for years. Just follow me.
I'd love it if Tailwind had to make a survival check to find his phone. Yeah, God.
To find their way home from school. No, you don't have to roll survival. So y'all are heading over to Tailwind's place.
How did I end up at the pierogi place? I mean, I am hungry.
The real reason that Nikola is holding on to Kat's arm is because they keep almost wandering off and have to like be yanked back like there's a child leash. Like not on purpose. They're just like useless.
I love it. All right, so DM. Oh, plot point. Hours.
Yep.
What we?
You fucking guessed it. Everyone roll perception as they make this walk.
Woo!
By the way, could I ask for a break soon?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, we're gonna have a break after these perceptions are rolled, maybe.
Ooh. Double 20s at once? And
Jesus fucking Christ, you guys see fucking everything, I guess.
You're gonna roll.
Not Cat.
Eye just turns into a crosshair.
Cat, who is good at seeing things, sees nothing.
So,
no, just a 12? Oh, baby. Poor dear.
He still needs to roll. Verl, roll perception.
You want me to roll? Okay.
Just in case. Don't worry, you won't miss anything, because, like, so many people got 20s and above.
Exactly, I'm just like...
Just to see. Just to see.
Just in case we get, like, a 7 from that 20.
Well, they're all unnatural 20s. Okay, 9, yeah.
He's not trying, you don't care.
Yeah, Kat and Shaun, you guys are just sort of wandering along, I guess. But Nikola, Brittney, and Tailwind will all notice that, like, there's a police truck that goes speeding by you with the sirens on, deeper into town. And then there's another one. And then if you turn to look the direction that those are going, you can sort of see, traffic coming from that direction and not really going that direction. And you can see like a faint trail of smoke coming up.
Oh.
Well,
that's not
a dumb joke.
I don't think it's supposed to be like that.
Not typically, no.
Should
And can we tell which part of town it's coming from?
You can tell which part of town it's coming from. know which part of town it's coming from. Not really. You guys are on the walk between school and the dump, sort of on the like left edge of town, and you can tell it's more towards the center of town that this is coming from. Like, not quite exactly from Bronson Tower, but from some of the nearby buildings, I think.
Alrighty. Should we do something?
I believe that would be the plot-friendly thing to do. Nikola doesn't look happy.
So
All
as
in
a
favor
player,
going
it is my
nugget?
divine right to not do it, then. No, yeah.
Project besides, it's probably already handled.
As we cut to commercial break, we see a police car just get flung into the air.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah. You
Like
see?
It just keeps flipping.
Like it arcs across the stream, and their heads all tilt to watch it slowly.
It doesn't go down ever. It just keeps escalating. It just keeps accelerating up.
Just a slide whistle, just
I love the silly that we come up with.
The spin-off from this series, Space Cop. He's a cop and he's in space.
Look, Spelljammer is something that's actually coming to 5th edition.
You've killed me on plane.
Okay. So we'll cut it there for a break, and then when we come back, y'all will decide what to do. Okay. We are back. So yeah, y'all have noticed some commotion that seems to be going on near the center of town. Cop cars came flying. Well, cop cars went driving towards it, and then one of them came flying back. So, something's going on. What are you gonna do about it?
Well,
I just want to say, for the record, that I'm not saying this because I want to. In fact, I would very much like to just sort of spend a quiet evening / afternoon at Tailwind's place, perhaps, enjoying the sanctitude of the landfill. But I think we should go towards the disturbance.
my sense of self-preservation says we should probably head to the junkyard, but my sense of plot says we should go towards the thing-throwing cars.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm saying this, but it will just get worse if we ignore it, all things considered. This is
Tailwind's
definitely a
not there anymore.
plot.
Where did Tailwind
Where
go?
did you come from?
You see their tail go turn an alley past them towards the violence.
Cat's just like, hey, wait, I'm supposed to be the one who's not that good at planning, and sprints afterwards.
Cat, the word is suicidal.
I prefer impulsive.
Yeah, come on, let's just fucking go.
All right. As you approach, you can roll perception again for the two that didn't do good. Everyone that got 20 or above, I'll let you keep it.
Big Bug is going to be so insulted that we ditched them for something throwing cars.
Oh my god.
Goodness gracious.
It got worse.
Oh my god.
Shaun, no, what is this way? Shaun, can they not hear us?
No, I heard you. I was just, making sure that
Shaun-
someone checked the other direction. It's all good.
Shaun sprints off to the junkyard before, someone else runs back and grabs him.
Should we, like, perhaps take measures so as to be less recognizable?
Oh, there is no way I'm getting close to that without any sort of disguise. My father would flip.
Yeah, it's kind of down the road from your dad, isn't it?
Far too close for comfort, really.
Oh, have you been making costumes in your off time or something?
Hold on, who'd you ask that to?
Either of you. Both of you, since you're saying you want to disguise yourself. I'm like, what, you have costumes or something?
Well, my grandma makes sort of special fabrics in her free time, so actually let me roll hammer space. Nope. All right, let me pull up pommel chart. Sure.
Oh, what timing?
Oh boy, they pull out a plant in a pot, and they look at it and go, nope. Brittney here.
Oh, is your plan to hide behind the shrub? Okay.
Brittney, how about you have this? It smells nice. It'll brighten up your day.
No, I am not a gardener.
They put it on your head. Oh my gosh.
She takes it off her head and drops it. Jeez.
Okay. They pull out what is virtually the same plant, except in a slightly different pot, and they go, "Did you use?" No, wait. Okay, Cat, this is for you.
Cat immediately accepts it and puts it in his own hammer space.
Yeah, be careful. That's got one of the blossoms is carnivorous, and you don't know which one it is until you. Well, anyways,
You handed Cat something to. Okay, just give Cat dangerous things. Why not?
And they pull out a long black coat or a long black blanket, and they secure it around their neck like a cape, and the knot turns into a clasp, and their design slowly fills out until all you can see of their original purple is their eyes.
For a minute there, I thought you were doing like some 5-year-old costume, but okay, that's pretty impressive, actually.
Yeah,
she said your grandma does that?
Yeah, my grandma says that it runs on the power of imagination.
Huh.
Yeah, you should meet my grandparents sometimes. I think that some of them would like some of you just sort of balance the problem. Never mind. We're trying to focus.
The thing throwing trucks, yeah.
They look at Brittney. You got something?
Hold on, hammer space real quick. I think I might actually put something in there.
Pulls out the dog collar.
Pulls out the polar pot.
Well, I'll just take some stuff from my fumble chart for this.
Oh, that'd be a really weird but fun idea for a one-shot. Some kind of flu going around that just makes things in people's hammer space pop out when you sneeze.
Yes.
Gosh, that would be fun.
Oh,
I'm gonna put that in the chat.
So what does Brittney pull out?
Well, she pulls out 3 different things. Another varsity jacket, again a bit too big for her, a hair tie, and a nice looking scarf, the thin kind.
Alright.
This should work.
Have you ever seen the anime Moon Marine? Kind of reminds me of that.
No. No, she says, lying.
Insight check.
Actually.
She has
23.
Yeah, you know she's lying.
Well, I think you look very snazzy. You look like one of the more stylish characters. Again, this is from this is from the mouth of this looming basically a long dark shadow with glowing purple eyes. Who is just like
your cosplay.
I knew you still liked cosplay.
You shut your whore mouth. But anyways, she ties her hair up, puts on the jacket, uses a scarf to cover up half her face. That's the best she's got.
Okay, so we've got Howl Cape, we've got a cosplay, and what else?
well,
Tailwind's taken off and Cat's taken off after him, so it's up to you.
So I guess they're
suppose.
just going as themselves. Okay, fun.
We should catch up.
Yeah, good idea. Don't need a
One of you-
costume.
Should probably point out that they should use a costume because
Okay, we'll just yell at Cat as we get closer that, hey, this is just like your animes. Why aren't you wearing an outfit?
it's like I'm already wearing a mask. What more do you want?
Take a different mask.
Take off the mask. They won't know it's you.
So what you're always wearing, dumbass. And she reaches into her hammer space and D10. Pulls out a mask. Actually, I have that listed in her fumble chart.
A what?
And
Sorry?
chucks it at him. Oh, she got a mask of her own. I've got it listed in the fumble chart.
Lovely. I love that. Cat's just like, didn't think you kept this, and puts on that mask.
Yeah, well, it's yours now. I don't exactly need it anymore.
You're just sort of Marie Kondoing your life over there, aren't you? But sort of.
I have so many questions, but not enough time for answers. Anyway, I have an idea of where Tailwind went because, again, their mind went a mile a minute.
So where did Tailwind go, or at least try to go?
So
we'll see.
I'm gonna roll another stealth at advantage, and then probably promptly break it as Tailwind goes to break into a sports shop.
Oh my god!
$10. That's fine. That's fine. So they come out looking like this.
Oh my gosh.
Hockey mask, a bunch of sports equipment, and not a plan in the world.
Oh my god.
And like 3 foot tall as well.
Yep. The smart one, not a plan in their 4'5" head.
Are they stealing this or?
Yep.
Stop. Yeah, okay. They have a storekeep running after them, yelling like, "Hey, you gotta pay for that!"
It's like, here. Just throws something in their pocket.
Is it money or?
I'm gonna make a roll.
Was it money?
one of the items in Brittney's hammer space should just be a massive wad of bills.
Okay.
There is actually an item on her fumble chart that's just $100 bill.
Oh, what's Tailwind doing? Or pulling out with that?
Tailwind throws a spark plug.
Oh my god. Well, you no longer have a Sturkey chasing after you.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
To be fair, that thing's like $30 to $40. Spark plugs are weirdly expensive, even though you could literally rip one out of a scrapped car and like just use it.
All right. Well, with that detour, you all arrive at about the same time to see that the police have set up like a line of caution tape, a barrier to keep people back from the scene. There's a lot of police trying to shoo people away as they're trying to spectate. You can see the smoke is coming from. There seems to be like a small fire coming from like a restaurant. But you can see the smoke is coming out so much because there's like a hole in the wall of the building. And the police are very much, trying to shoo people away so that no one can get close enough to see. And there's more police, around the building. But like, there are so many nat 20s and there are so many, unnatural 20s and above, that you can see that at the heart of this chaos is a big white and green blob that looks like this. And that art is by Mira.
Oh boy.
Hey Shaun, it's you.
Be nice.
And this thing is just sort of, ripping through the walls of buildings, tearing up the road, throwing cars. The police are trying to, like, tase it or beat it into submission. It looks utterly unfazed. It's throwing around the police officers, too. Don't worry,
Quick,
they're
the
robots.
one thing we know, brutality.
Police are robots. They're fine.
You can tell I'm American. I'm sorry, that's mean.
It's fair.
So,
I look at the state of the world. Anyway, superheroes.
Cat's just like, huh. Well, I know one thing they haven't tried. And he pulls out his swords. Swords! And just sprints
They don't
at...
think of swords.
and just
Cat, roll
sprints at the Bob.
Cat, roll a dex save. As I just mentioned, the police are trying to not let random civilians in.
Dex save, you say?
Or you could do a strength save if you want to try and muscle past them.
Negative 3 strength modifier.
Yeah, Cat and all of their manly muscles rippling down their swords.
And I also have a very good dex save.
Yeah. With the 17, Cat gets past the police, the police line, and up to this this big goop thing. It is large. It is taller than Cat, even though Cat is like 7 feet tall.
He's a tall boy, yes. Cat's just like, he runs past. As the cops try and grab him, he jumps to the top of one of those police barricade things, jumps again, and just slashes at the thing with both of his swords.
All right, roll those attacks. Yeah, that hits.
a second attack, but I'll roll damage for that one. Wait, no. Okay, so that hits. So I'll use my ability to mark it to do an additional D4 as well. So.
Wow.
I can just look at the monster and just be like, they tell me if I was that ugly, right?
No. Then another attack.
That does not hit.
Okay, when the first one hits, the blade of his weapon just gets covered in smoke, and it does, it cuts a little deeper than it probably should, and I do an extra 1d6 because rangers, I guess.
Great. Is that included in what you've rolled already, or?
Pardon?
Oh wait, is that?
What is that from?
That's from a ranger thingy.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean,
so-
is that from Colossus Slayer or what?
No, that's from Gathered Swarm. Once per turn on hit, I can choose to either deal a bit of extra damage, move a foe, or be moved.
Oh, okay.
You've just rolled a whole bunch of things now, I'm realizing, and I'm wondering what is the total damage on this thing, because you rolled 2d6 plus 4s, and then a d4, and now the d6, so...
So, oh, right, yes. 3 plus 5 plus another 5. 13.
Okay. So, 13 damage off of it.
Oh, I rolled a d6, I think, instead of... Yeah, I rolled a d6 instead of a d20. Whoops.
Yeah, so roll a d20 for your second attack, because I'm like, yeah, 7 didn't... 18, so that hits as well.
Alright. That's another... Jesus, Cat, roll well on your damage dice.
So that's 5 points of damage?
Yeah, an additional 5, so... 5, 3, another 5.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think I've got it now. So, yeah, you sprint past the police, you manage to hit this thing with your sword twice, and it, like, sort of recoils and, like, looks at you, like, what is going on here? And one of the nearby police bots is like, stop! Civilians must remain behind the barricade. Evacuate the area immediately.
Counterpoint! No!
Counterpoint. Look at this picture of a pug. Dog. Pig. Dog. Pig. Dog. Pig. Loaf of bread.
Okay. Should we... is there anything anyone else wants to do outside of should we roll initiative? We probably should have rolled initiative before I
I
let
think that was the
Cat hit
initiative
this,
time.
but yeah.
Yeah, I can
Nikola
have
would like.
Brittney.
Oh.
You first.
Nikola would like to. One of the invocations they have allows them to cast mage armor on themselves at will. They'd like to do that, which brings their AC up to 15.
Fantastic.
And what that looks like is they become a little bit more angular, and what little of them that can be seen through their disguise, their eyes are now glowing a sharp, acrid green rather than their usual friendly purple. They like underneath they have transformed. However, no one needs to know that right now.
Fantastic. Alright, and Tala.
Trinity. Wait, wrong character. Brittney is going to cast friends on the police bot and just say, "Oh no, no, you should let us pass. We're totally allowed here." So, you see, we're not actually civilians. We're on the force. Yeah, something like that. So, that's for friends. It's advantage on all charisma checks directed at one creature of your choice that isn't hostile towards you. Though when the spell ends, the creature realizes that it has been influenced by magic and becomes hostile.
Alright. Yeah, for now the police bot says, I'm not gonna roll for it. I don't have stats for these things, but they're dumb as shit. So it's going to say, "Oh, okay," and instruct some of the other police bots to like pull aside the barricade and let the rest of you through. So now everyone can roll initiative.
Yippee!
Yay, initiative.
Yeah, and I gotta remember how to roll initiative for stat block.
Oh God, I'm rolling. I'm not gonna say that.
Well, that's 2 nat 20s.
Nine. That's fine. They're a spellcaster. They can go later.
Oh, you can actually add markers for what things actually are. I need to remember that because I'm going to be rolling a lot of dice.
Yeah, that would be just pound sign and then type.
Excellent.
Verl,
Thank you for not calling it a fucking hashtag.
Huh?
Roll your initiative, unless I'm missing it.
Did it not go through? I guess it didn't. Cool.
What is your initiative there, bud? Oh.
Okay. So we have
Understandable.
How do you have a
Tailwind
negative
slow.
on? How do you have a negative on initiative?
I am not
negative in dex.
fast. I'm a barbarian. And I'm made of slime. I'm not
You
very
have
quick.
a negative in strength, a negative in dexterity. That's
Yes.
how.
All right, yeah. I forgot it was based on dex.
Yeah, I just had to look that up because this stat block does not have. Okay, so there's the order. I'm gonna pin that for now.
Glad I'm not going last. Sorry.
Okay, so it's Brittney's turn now. What's she
Great,
gonna
great.
do?
How far away are we from the slime? And also, how big is it actually?
It's
Um,
taller than the otaku.
I'd
Yes,
say
who's
you're
about 7 foot tall.
yeah, I'd say you're like 25 feet away, and like how big is the D&D large size class in D&D? 10 foot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is
10 to
about
15?
this is about 9 feet tall.
Okay.
Cat's being loomed over and he's unfamiliar with the sensation.
Welcome to my life.
Okay. Checking stuff. Hold on. All right. Bard is going to casts Maximilian's Earthen Grasp, and within 5 feet of this slime guy, a giant tentacle pops up and goes to grab him. The target must make a... Huh?
I was gonna say, is it for everything within range or one specific target?
Just one specific target.
Cool. Good news for Cat. Continue.
Yeah, don't worry.
Oh no, the AoE also hit Cat. I don't think Brittney would mind.
Yeah, she would make sure to do it harder in that case.
You're very lucky she does not have an AoE that works for this scenario. Yet. But anyways, I need the slime to make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
I'll just
Slime that is not on the party side.
Hey, that's a derogatory term.
That's a nat 20.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
A lot of nat 20s happening.
You're okay. Which makes sense actually now that I'm thinking about it. The tentacle goes to grapple, but it's a slime, so it just sort of squeezes
Wiggles.
around.
It wiggles menacingly.
Swishes the slime in the middle, but the slime just reforms again.
Wiggles, yo.
But yeah, that's her turn. And that I'm gonna bounce for a sec. I need to grab dinner.
Okay.
Tailwind's turn.
Alright, Tailwind not really knowing what to do, seeing how this works, he's gonna pull out one of the sports equipment things on his back now.
They're back.
They're back, thank you. I will continue. This will happen
Let's
until
just keep
morale
going,
improves. And try to bap it with effectively, statistically a mace, probably a baseball bat.
So running up and then just trying to whack it?
Yeah.
Bludgeoning against a slime. Will it work? Will it work? Actually, to that point, will slashing or piercing? We do not know if it has any resistances. Though it is our first enemy, so it probably doesn't.
You guys
Just don't ask the
I know
guy
what
who's
I'm
kind
doing.
of turning green.
Yeah, that misses. So Tailwind, I think you try to smack it and it just moves out of the way and you just hit the ground instead. Got anything else you want
Tailwind
to
does
do?
not know what they're doing. They're running off of his adrenaline, and they're kind of frizzing up like electricity. So it's a little weird.
Very fluffy, I bet. First standing on end from the ambient electricity.
That is all that will happen at current moment.
Okay, Cat's turn then.
Hooray!
That does not hit. I think it's wise to your tricks now. So it manages to, dodge out of the way of Cat's sword, I'm guessing?
Yep. Second... Oh yeah, I need to say these things out loud. I can't just put the numbers in chat because we're recording this. Yes, he swung and he missed. Bonus action... Do the same, swing and miss again.
Yep.
And that's his turn. Cat's just like, wait. I just realized, since Tailwind is actually next to the monster as well, I could move so that we were flanking and actually get advantage.
Right, you can do that. Do you want to count the first two as your advantage on the first strike and then take another couple rolls with the second strike?
That would be delightful, thank you. Cat,
Alright.
please.
One more time.
Oh, but
12.
Come on!
No,
Does a 12 hit?
it does not. Sorry.
Oh, God. Cat's just swinging wildly. He's just slime's like zoop, 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 zoop. Not a single hit.
You keep announcing your attacks.
Blade of Justice! Smog Cutter! And the slime's just like moves slightly out of the way, sort of like, but I studied the blade! I can't fail at this as well as my algebra tests!
but
Oh, but he can.
You roll. No, it's the slime's turn now. Unless you have anything else, you've already taken your action, your bonus action, and at least like a little bit of your movement to flank. So.
Yep.
So now it's the slime's turn. Which, it's turning its attention towards Cat because, that's who's successfully hit it so far. So...
Makes sense and is fair.
That hit? 14?
14 does not hit.
Alright. So it effectively, extends out a little...
Pseudopod?
Yeah, I think... Yeah, it sort of like tries to slam into you with some of its, sliminess. But it misses.
The monster just getting into a little slap fight there.
And Tailwind, you're right there. So if you want to roll investigation or perception on this slime thing, now's a great chance while it's distracted.
All right.
25. Yeah, holy fucking shit. You're just short of a nat 20. So, yeah, Tailwind sees a heck of a lot. And this is, partially because super smarts, powers, awesome perception, that sort of thing. You notice, this thing is not just made out of slime. It's made out of slime and a lot of papers, like loose papers, rolled up papers. There might even be a couple books in there. And you can make out, like, all these papers have a bunch of writing on them. Some of it handwritten, some of it typed. A lot of it looks to be sort of very complicated science jargon. And that's what you get. And it is now Nikola's turn. Unless Tailwind wants to say anything, has anything to say about that.
I think they're still registering, so you're good right now. On their turn, they might say something.
Alright. On to Nikola.
Oh boy. They're within 60 feet, right?
Yes.
Wonderful. They're going to cast this spell, Mind Spike. And could the slime make a wisdom saving throw for me?
Fantastic. I don't think it's got very good wisdom, so it does not.
Very smart slime.
That's a 9.
9 doesn't make it. Okay. I believe that would be 3d8 plus 7 psychic damage.
It's definitely... Oh, you're casting it at a higher level, or...
I don't think we have a higher level to cast at yet.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Nope.
no, you're a spellcaster.
3d8 psychic damage.
Please take 20 damage.
Why is it plus 7? Where's the plus 7 from?
I thought that was... It's plus, my spell modifier? Oh wait, I might be thinking of the DC.
Yeah, it says it takes 3d8 psychic damage.
Okay, excuse me. I'm so sorry. That should be 13 damage.
Okay. Let me just double check.
I'm used to playing a barbarian where you add your strength modifier.
So
Yes.
13 damage.
That's what I'll be doing. You don't get to do that.
If only I was a chicken.
Okay.
That chicken gets enough trauma. Do not invite that here.
So yeah, this spell connects, and you can see the slime sort of like stumble backwards, and sort of like a shiver rolls up it, and all the pages that are on the outside of it sort of rustle. As it sort of like, ooh, that wasn't nice.
It could we flavor it as they extend their hand out and just sort of like curl their fingers in sort of a clawed fist, and like the sides of the jelly like squeeze.
Oh, that's so sick! Hell yeah!
I wiggle. They just sort of finish walking slowly forward to make sure they're still within range, and just sort of tilt their head. And that's then their turn.
Alright, that brings it to Shaun.
Oh boy.
Slime versus slime.
Slime versus slime, except, maybe they have a whole bunch of paper and I don't. I just have
Oh no. Literature.
Barbarian Rage and other fun assortments.
The barbarian's one weakness. Literature.
Gonna get so many goddamn paper cuts. Anyway. To go ahead, we're probably going to start raging as an action. Well, bonus action. To give me advantages on stuff. I don't think any of you get anything yet, bonus-wise.
Does raging turn Shaun into his slime form, perhaps? Hello? Mm-hmm.
Yes and no.
Hello?
In that it does, but also doesn't.
Yeah, that is how yes and no works. What does this look like, Verl?
I need to describe things, but I'm like, I need to get the proper names of shit, so I'm flipping through my pages and not actually thinking with words. Because words are hard and brain empty, I guess.
What's a mood?
My apologies, I'm very smart today. I don't I have my...
You might have drawn a picture of this. If it's what
I drew a picture of him, but I I don't remember if I have my character class nonsense yet.
Oh, your stuff. You're a barbarian path of the beast.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I have the beast stuff yet because I'm not seeing it on my sheet. So I'm like, did I screw up?
You could do. You get it at the first level. At the first level of your subclass. So.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I know I'm missing something because yeah, the primal path.
I
have it on mine. Hang on, let me screenshot.
Why is it not showing it to me?
I've dropped a link in your DM to the thing.
DMV might have lost something you had downloaded, which it sometimes
Clearly,
does.
it's like, where did it go? I'm like, I know it has it here. Anyway, because
on your sheet,
as
so
we've been getting
use it.
to the fight, Shaun's been sort of letting himself get weird and green and monstrous on the way over, and he's sort of a weird humanoid slime creature thing with weird, I don't know, stalk eyes. But when he starts raging, that's when those pretty humanoid but weird looking hands turn into like massive creepy slime claws. And then he's going to go and try and slash at the other giant monster thing. Basically, that is the plan. Now I'm going to roll the dice. And, probably miss.
That's how it goes with low-level combat, baby!
Okay. just like, what? I need to remember my on-hit modifier. Well, 2-hit. It's a strength attack, so I get a plus.
It's proficiency plus your strength mod, so
It's fairly high.
yes.
It looks like
You
you
like
use
6
two.
or 7
Plus 4.
Plus 4.
That's good.
Have you added your proficiency to that?
I don't think I have.
Okay, because it's like your 2-hit is your strength mod plus your proficiency.
I count as proficient.
Proficiency
Yeah,
is 2.
you automatically
strength
count as
is 2.
proficient.
So yeah, it's plus 4.
Yeah, it's plus 4, because I only have 15 strength. I don't have a ton like you weirdos.
Oh. You didn't min-max, okay.
No, I didn't min-max. I'm not a min-maxer. I'm not a cheater. Okay, so he's not hitting that. But it's okay. He can attack twice when he's using claws, so we'll try again. No, that's a do, not a D. Thank you, autocorrect.
Do it.
Do it.
That's
Okay, he just
Uh-huh.
doesn't want to hit shit, I guess.
It sadly doesn't work. I think
Yeah,
you're
I didn't think so.
you're still not used to this exactly, so you're a little bit off balance as you try to hit this slime thing.
Yeah,
it
well,
doesn't
at
connect.
least we're not sticking to each other. Got a little too worried about that. Hop back.
Wait, would you also have advantage? Or...
I have an advantage to saves when I'm raging.
No, I mean because me and Tailwind are also surrounding it. Flanking is what it's called.
I don't know if I get flanking bonus.
Then
I don't know. I don't see anything about it on your sheet. You do have reckless attack though, if you want to use.
Oh yeah, there is reckless attack, but like just the same reason I got advantage. Tailwind and I are opposite, so would
because you're
Is
flanking,
flanking-
I get.
Is flanking something just for rogues? I don't know.
No, that's for everyone. Rogues
No,
getting
like
free
anyone
flanking?
can get flanking.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can hang on. I've never. Okay, so yeah, you can take advantage on that attack because everyone's grouped around it trying to beat the shit out of it. With
Cool, let's miss
varying
one more
results.
time.
Well, you can roll twice more.
Yeah,
Yes.
you have advantage on both of them. So
13 doesn't hit. That
23
hits!
does.
There we go. Now you finally hit something. It's just, it takes like 4 swipes for him to actually figure out how to swing arm properly and actually hit the thing.
And when you do, it's pretty damn good. Like, you take a chunk out of this thing, roll damage.
Clearly, a slime knows how to hit other slime. Where is my...
You don't hit it in the squishy bit. You hit it in not the squishy bit.
Well, you steal some of the squishy bit for your own squishy bit.
So that'd be 1d6 plus 2, I think.
Yeah.
No, 4 because you're proficient. Would it be it'd be plus 4 because it's strength.
Would it be
plus
anything? It just says it deals 1d6 slashing damage on a hit. So I don't know that it's plus anything.
Oh no, because you count as what you call it?
An ally?
No,
No.
it's a natural weapon, so it so you count as proficient in it. So
well, there's my proficiency
bonus. Okay.
And because you're proficient, you also wait. Do you add your strength mod? Fuck, I've forgotten how weapon rules work.
I'm pretty sure I only get the +2 for my proficiency and nothing else.
Alright.
We'll figure it out later.
Yeah, do the math after the game.
For now, it's
now we're
5.
just gonna take my 5 and be happy.
Yeah, and actually, so yeah, you claw against this thing, you manage to like drag away a chunk of some goo and some papers, which you can either, I don't know if you want to absorb that. The papers, at least, are going to fall to the ground. And this thing is not looking so hot. You know, the papers are starting to crumple up and get soaked through with slime. And it's like looking around like, okay, there's more of you guys than I thought there would be. I wasn't expecting this. In mechanical terms, this thing is now bloodied. It's below half HP.
Hooray!
And it is now Brittney's turn.
Okay. Well, seeing as it's looking pretty close to dead, Brittney's gonna try and bring it closer. She's going to cast Dissonant Whispers, and I need it to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Is someone's cat unhappy?
It's mine. I promise. No, he's a cat and he's fine. He's just horrible.
Baby, why are you horrible? Don't be horrible, baby. Can you not be horrible? We're trying to fight monsters. Hi. Do you need love and attention? Or do you just want to yell at the universe?
No, I want you to feed me for the 4th time today.
That's it.
That's a 6 for the saving throw, so I'm guessing that doesn't make it.
Yep, it's... Let me just roll the damage real quick, because it takes 3d6 psychic damage as the... You know the insanity thing from Darkest Dungeon, the effect that appears around the... Yeah, and the effect that appears around their heads. That's basically what happens as the slime takes 3d6 psychic damage and is compelled to use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from Brittney.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
It doesn't move into dangerous ground.
Okay, well, I think here's something. Yeah, I'm just double checking my math there. So yeah, this thing takes that hit and then starts looking for a way to get away from Brittney, and is going to start inching up the nearest building, trying to get up and away. It climbs about 15 feet up the building, and then sort of stops there.
That would trigger an attack of opportunity from me, Shaun, and Tailwind.
Go for it.
Now to remember how to do an attack
Everyone
of
just
opportunity.
going, cheap shots,
It's just
cheap
a normal
shots.
attack.
I think it's just gotta be a melee attack.
Yeah, it's a melee attack.
So no spellcasting. Which I don't think... I'm not even sure if Cat can do.
Good thing my claws are basically a basic attack, but not quite.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Oh boy.
Okay. So everyone takes a swing at it, but only Tailwind hits. Hitting it with the baseball bat again.
Yeah, and because it's a crit, it's double the dice.
Double the damage. So roll normal damage and then we'll double it.
Okay. So here's how this works for Tailwind and current, anything to do with strength.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
You know you did something. You gave it a little scritchy scritch as it landed.
Yeah.
I had one really good hit and it tickled it.
You knocked a bunch
awesome,
of...
it just did nothing.
You knocked some papers loose and now they're blowing in the wind, but it's making its way up the building too fast. it gets out of... It's moving up and out of Tailwind's reach as it goes. So Tailwind has a really solid swing, but only just catches the tail end of it.
Why am I picturing the Zora King from Ocarina of Time?
sort of... To be fair, Tailwind does have a fairly, like, small window before it's out of their reach.
Because Dylan is small.
Is that a short joke?
Yes.
Yes. It's not even a joke, I'm just pointing it out.
Yeah.
I squint at you and continue on.
Anything else on Brittney's turn? Any bonus actions or anything? Yep.
I mean, there is one thing, but I'm trying to think of if it's worth it or not. Yeah, that's. Let me check something real quick. I don't remember how this feature works. Yeah, okay, that's Brittney's turn.
Right, and then it's Tailwind's turn.
Okay, Tailwind, after it inches away, is going to fiddle with some things on themselves. Okay, I just think this is kind of funny now. So they're gonna fiddle with some things on themselves. A spark is gonna, like, from their fur onto what looks like this, like, reinforced glove. Just arcs over onto the glove. It lights on fire, and then they panic, rip it off, and throw it at it as a firebolt.
Roll.
I hope this kills it.
Roll the attack. Oh no, that doesn't hit.
Her genius in our midst. He tried.
I think the fire.
Okay.
The fire goes out before it hits the slime, and the glove just gets looped in.
Cat's turn. Unless there's bonus actions or anything.
I don't think I have any bonus actions at current moment.
Alright.
Not high enough level for that shenaniganery. I do have Thieves' Tool, so I could have picked the lock.
Oh, it's long behind us now.
Yeah, it is.
I like the idea of Tailwind in the middle of this fight is just like, oh shit, I coulda.
So,
Shit,
like,
I know
patting
how to
themselves
pick
out.
locks.
Their lock picks fall to the ground. Oh, you're right. I use those to break into cars on the junk pile.
Brittney, what lock were you picking?
Thing?
True,
All
true.
right.
No locks. Alright.
What's a lock?
Yeah, never heard of a lock before. What the fuck are you talking about?
So when this thing starts climbing up and he misses his shot, his slice at it terribly, Cat takes a couple steps back for distance, and out of his school bag that he's wearing, he pulls a bow, just a full-ass fucking longbow. Knocks an arrow and shoots it at the fucking thing, at the blob.
Don't longbows have disadvantage if you're within 120 feet?
Do they?
I believe they do.
So it's called a longbow for a reason. Oh, hang on, I gotta step away for a sec.
Alright, I guess he'll take...
If you're farther than. Hold on. Let me check.
No, yeah, if it's less than 150 feet. Okay. This is a sniping weapon. I think.
You can attack in normal range with that.
Yeah, if you're with a longbow, if you attack a target that's within 150 feet, you roll normally. But if you're attacking someone that's farther than that, up to 600 feet, you attack at disadvantage.
Okie doke, yes.
So, yeah, you roll normally.
Okay, yeah. You also roll at disadvantage if you're in melee range. Yes, right.
Yeah, but we're not in melee range anymore if it's 15 feet up.
Yes. So, let me just check the rules for that. God damn it. Alrighty. It'd be lovely if I could roll above, like, an 8 on my combat rolls. It really would.
We've all
I
had those
also
days.
enjoy having these very toony, flaily ways to throw my spells, because Tailwind does not have the power suit yet.
Oh yeah, like, I'm enjoying that we're doing poorly on this combat, I really do, because it's just like, we're new to this power! Except, of course, Cat is mostly using things he should actually fucking know how to do, but this is his first real combat, I suppose.
He's just enjoying the power of anime.
I'm just glad that I'm not fucking up playing a spellcaster.
Yeah, so I've been playing non-spellcasters for forever, and I'm still fucking up a bunch because I can never. Well, mainly because I normally play on Roll20, so all the rolls are done for you. Which means I keep fucking forgetting what I need to roll like a twat.
Find somewhere that'll tell me if the longbow has disadvantage at like a short range.
No.
It
Only
does
if
not.
it's in melee range.
It does not.
Yeah, only if it's in melee range.
Okay, and you're not in melee range, you backed up, so
No.
roll that normally without the disadvantage.
I just did. It's the 14. It's a 14 hit.
Double check. No.
Damn it. So Cat just shoots at this thing, and the arrow goes wide and just smashes through a window and lodges in the ceiling. Cat's just like, not again!
Oh boy. So that's all for Cat's turn.
Yep.
Now it is the slime's turn. And the slime, let's see, who hit it most recently? Tailwind. So the slime is going to reach a tendril back down and try to whack Tailwind with it.
Uh-oh.
Does a 7 hit?
No.
Yeah, it swings ineffectually. The tendril passes over Tailwind's head by like a foot, and you just hear a whoosh as it misses entirely. And it is now Nikola's
In your
turn.
skull.
Oh boy.
There are some benefits to being short.
They would like to cast this spell, Toll the Dead. And they extend one finger, which is starting to look more and more clawed as time goes by, and they whisper, "No." And it fills the area. Everyone can hear it. It reverberates like a bell. Could you roll a wisdom saving throw?
I sure can. That's a 12. Does that
12
pass?
does not make it.
Alright.
Nope.
So roll 1d12 points of necrotic damage, because this thing has sure lost some hit points.
9 points of hit point.
Okay. Yeah, this thing is looking pretty bad off. You can see a lot of its papers are sort of fluttering loose into the wind. And its slime is sort of starting to drip down to the street below it. So yeah, this thing is pretty close to death now.
Let me check to see if they have any bonus actions, because I didn't actually look.
A good thing it's nothing like any of us, right, guys? We're all gonna be fine. We're doing great.
I think that's... Yeah, they're good.
Alright, so it's now Shaun's turn.
Is not happy, but that's good for us, so let's go ahead and try some more swinging, shall we? Oh, look.
It's out of melee range
Peter.
at the moment.
Yeah, it is, I think, out of melee range, because it's 15 feet off the ground, unless Shaun is very tall.
He is not that tall. But you know, we can sort of chase it. We can pretend we're Spider-Man by digging into the concrete of the wall and trying to follow it.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
I think.
You know, because we're just trying to blindly claw at it anyway, so it's fine. We got this.
Mm-hmm.
We got this.
We have this so well. Like, relentlessly positive that we're totally going to win this, because we are. 100%, because otherwise we would be losing to a giant slime monster, and that is unacceptable. So.
What was attacks?
It's stealing my things, so.
As long as we always win, we'll never lose.
Exactly,
Look,
you
you
understand.
stole your due.
That sure hits. Roll damage.
Damage is 36.
Alright, yeah, this thing is definitely looking rough. You can roll your second claw attack if you'd like.
Indeed, because, you know.
That also hits!
Alright.
Roll that damage.
Shaun's gotten the hang of this now. Apparently climbing like Spider-Man reminds you, oh yeah, hands look like this. Perfect, okay.
Oh yeah, that absolutely. Like, your claws swipe through it, and even as you're still, like, clawing at it, you can feel it sort of melting and losing shape and just collapsing down to the ground. And it sort of splats on the pavement, and then starts, like, inching into a sewer grate that's right there, and just, you know, falling down and plopping into the sewer until there is only a few little specks and loose pages left behind. Congratulations.
I'm gonna roll a dex save to not get slimed by the falling slime.
Yeah, that's fair. Tailwind, you might want to roll one too.
Nat 20.
Yeah, God, I wish I'd rolled that on any of my attacks.
It's okay, as soon as I get down, I'll just put a big slimy arm around your shoulders and be like, oh, can't dodge this sucker.
You've put your arm around just a cardboard cutout of Cat. He picks it up and oh, that's where I left
Wait,
it.
what?
Yeah. Tailwind, you get... Sorry, what were you saying, Verl?
Oh, it's just like, if the cardboard cutout's gonna be very slimy then.
Tailwind, you sort of get splatted on, and then the slime keeps melting down and, like, rolling down into the storm grate, but you're still, you know, a little sticky, and some of those papers that were in it are now stuck to you.
I'm gonna grab as many of those papers as that is around.
Also,
So that was just like the embodiment of someone taking college exams, right?
Grab them. Grab the paper. Might
Or
be
whatever
useful.
it was, we have to get moving because the cops are still here. In case you haven't noticed.
But yeah, I'm sure they're going to arrest a green slime thing. They don't know what I am.
They
They
tried.
might arrest the rest of us as well. What would we roll to grab all those papers?
You could roll a dex save to try and catch them as they, before they can blow away.
I will do this. I will fail. I spent all my fucking
luck
good
not
dex
getting
on
slimed. Yeah, if you want to try and call anyone else's attention to the papers and get their help picking them up.
We will.
Mm.
Well,
I'm not very dexterous. I might
try
just get them
anyway.
even slimier.
I mean, if they're stuck to you, they're not blown away.
True. I can just fall on top of them.
A few just blow into you.
Yeah. Tastes like teenage angst.
We need to go. I come up like a scrunched piece of paper, and then just slowly shuffle out of frame.
Nikola is going to sort of back up the group, sort of maneuver in between the police and the rest. They sort of, I don't think they mean to, but I think that would it be okay if I accidentally cast cause fear?
Sure.
On who?
On the police or everyone?
On the police bots.
On the robots.
All right.
Or actually, let me. Yeah, Okay. So could the police succeed in a wisdom saving throw? Or the one that's closest. Like if anyone's is trying to be like, "Hey, you can't be here. Get the
I
get
think
the fuck
the
out."
one from before is trying to shoo you off. Let's see. I don't have a stat sheet for these things, but I said dumb. So 12.
12 does not make it. It is now frightened of this big looming figure with glowing green eyes that is sort of protectively I'm losing the word, but sort of looming over the rest. I think they're too freaked out to say anything. However, they are trying to project the fact that nothing is getting to these people except through them.
All right, yeah. This police bot stumbles backwards and falls over, and you can hear like a crack as like its outer coating breaks against the pavement, and some sparks start shooting out.
Oh no, the warranty.
You killed a cop. Good job.
It's not dead. It's still like inching backwards. It's just like a little bit damaged.
Nikola
Don't
is
worry,
backing.
you'll get to kill a cop eventually.
Nicola is backing away from it. Anyone who can roll an insight on them if they want can tell that they're didn't mean to do that. A little freaked out that they did that. That's fine though. That can be for later.
We can unpack that later. We need to leave.
It's fine because no longer the embodiment of college exams is no longer throwing trucks. So it doesn't matter if a bot is a little beat up. Clearly, that slime did it, not this one, and not the cloak monster eyeballs. Not us. Nope. Wasn't us.
What were you rolling for, Lordly?
Insight on Nikola.
Yeah, they're fucking spooked, man. They don't want to make anyone scared, but they sure did. Anyways,
it's a rope bit.
Cat pats him on the shoulder in passing and is like, alright, we better scram before shit happens. Is anyone who can grab some paper, and then we meet up at the place we were going to meet up to see that cool thing that we were going to see.
So that we can finally get stick bugged.
Yes.
Finally. My one goal in life.
Everyone want to roll stealth to get away from this?
I would love to.
Stealth? Oh god, I am super stealthy. The stealthiest of slimes.
I mean, you can probably turn back from a slime now to your more regular form.
Turn, it doesn't improve.
So, to aid our escape, our stealthy escape, Cat will cast Fog Cloud, and within 20 feet, there's just suddenly a huge cloud of fog.
Ninja vanish. Oh
Pretty
god, no,
much.
the fire alarm.
That does help, yeah.
8.
You can roll that an advantage, Author, because of the fog cloud helping out now.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Verl, you can also roll an advantage.
22.
I'd also like to roll with the
You
advantage.
can also
over
roll an
anything.
advantage. Oh my god, it got worse. For Verl.
Shaun refuses to be stealthy apparently because he's too busy focusing on looking human again. And
Wait, hang on. DM, may I try something?
What are you trying?
Nikola reaches into the folds of their cloak and pulls out the bucket. Just like they just hold it out like this Lord Sauron looking motherfucker, just like bucket. Here. Have a bucket.
This is extremely embarrassing, but also legs feel bad. Why not?
Shaun's superhero costume is just going to have a bucket as a helmet.
Yeah, if Shaun's going in the bucket, you know, then Nikola's stealth counts for him, and then everyone has a 20 or above. So y'all managed to seamlessly avoid all the concerned citizens and the news crews rolling up and like all of that mess, and get back to Tailwind's house unimpeded, unobserved.
Just want to appreciate the fact that the fog cloud was not good enough, but our Lord and Savior, the bucket.
The fog cloud was good enough for everyone who can stealth. Not our fault you're bad at stealthing.
I feel like this is an in-character argument that they have on the way back. Like, sure,
Yes,
they just
absolutely. 100%.
defeated a great foe, but like versus bucket.
Like I did knock the slime down, so I did beat it. So maybe it makes sense that my legs are a little wobbly and I'm not so great at the stealthing right now. Jeez, what did you do, Smoky Boy? You bounced your sword off of it.
I stabbed you quite thoroughly to start with, actually.
Yes, at the start, and then never again.
You two be nice.
Never.
I'm in a bucket. I can't be nice. All my niceness fell out.
Oh, it's this piece of goo.
I think that might be a bit of the slime, actually. Hey, Shaun. If we poured you over the top of Tailwind, would you be able to like absorb all the slime that their fur absorbed?
Possibly, but we're not testing that. That's weird.
Nikola, test it immediately.
I will not.
We are
Oh, hey,
not that
acting
kind of
back.
cartoon.
No, please tell us. Say that one more time.
Yeah.
Cat, we are not that kind of cartoon. Let's get moving.
And Nicola's just like, I will not. Hey, I changed back. Anyway, can we get the fuck out?
Getting the fuck out in progress.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you guys.
Yeah,
make it
I
back?
still don't know the. Sorry, DM.
I was just gonna say you guys make it back, but this line will go, and then we'll time skip.
You're getting stick bugged.
You can finish saying your thing, Author.
They were just going to be like, I still don't know the way to the landfill.
And then smash cut, you're at the landfill.
Hey!
You
That was
found
nice.
it.
That was easy.
It's like you just had to follow Tailwind.
It's almost as though Tailwind lives there and Cat is one of their friends, Jesus, knows where it is. It's almost as though it's a bit of a landmark in the town or something. Or perhaps a landfill.
What a great fucking bug.
Cat's just staring at the stick bug, entranced.
Were you actually introduced to the stick bug?
Yeah, this is what I'm wondering. Like, did Tailwind invite you all in to come see this stick bug?
Well,
so.
even if they didn't.
So yeah, I would assume like at the point where they all meet up, it's like the junkyard is a weird maze of like literal junk, like blown apart cars and pieces of machinery litter the junkyard. There's like one main building, but as you all come by, Tailwind will gesture you off to the side to a ramshackle building off to the side. It's like, yeah, the regular building is more for the business side. This is where I keep all the things that I work on. As they open up, and then it's about the size of a small like apartment, just full of stuff. And over on the windowsill, it's you would expect a stick bug to look like a piece of driftwood or like a piece of like a branch. It's a it's one of those like manufactured cocktail sticks that grew legs.
That sure is a bug-y stick, yes.
Have you named it?
Nope, it's the stick right now. So
May I make a suggestion?
Go ahead.
You can name it Mayor Bronson.
Oh, that's good.
You're
I have a
not
lathe
naming
machine
it
around
that.
here somewhere.
You should be the expert on what it looks like, so.
Just like goes to find a label machine and leaves you guys to your own device.
Cat will dump the papers that he got off the monster on the place that looks like it'd be the best place to dump a bunch of potentially interesting paper. If Tailwind has a desk or something.
Yeah, there's like a desk full of stuff.
It's
There's like a
already
microscope.
engulfed in paper.
Yeah, there's diagrams and what looks like a conspiracy board, but like they're more diagrams of cars and other like machinery.
Cat will dump the papers there for Tailwind's later perusal, and then sticky a beak around the room. It's not the first time he's been in there, but you know.
Yeah.
He's a nosy boy.
This is like Tailwind's little sanctum, away from the apartment that they live at.
So, we just killed a awful slime monster. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I'll be honest, half the shit I just did, I didn't know I could do. I mean, I could, and they stopped talking, and you hear in your head, I knew I could do this. Kinda. I freaked the hell out of one of my grandparents. But and then they started talking with their mouth again. Yeah, that was dope, I think.
First time I got to stab anything with my swords that, you know, I wouldn't get in trouble for doing. Except for, you know, the cops. They'd probably find some reason that stabbing it would be, wrong. Oh, somewhere along the walk, by the way, he's swapped between masks, so he's using his normal horrific staring mask rather than the one he was using before, the one that Brittney lent him. Or
Gave
Yeah,
to
no,
him as a
Brittney-
lovely gift.
No, Brittney is still in the rusty jacket and scarf because, you know, realize it probably is a good idea to wear disguise around these guys.
I hate the fact that they're tuned so that the disguise probably would work.
Of course it
Plus,
works.
their hair is up. Who'd
Their hair-
recognize her now?
Yeah, you put away your scary dark purple cloak thing. Gone back to looking like a black blanket.
They, I think that they do, and they look down, and like blotches of them are still green, and they're like, "Oh, I'll keep this on for a while. It's warm." Yeah. Listen, I am dealing the way that I deal.
And valid. I am repressing everything and will probably, not sleep tonight.
Oh, you
Shaun is
are
busy
so
trying to look less
pathetic.
green, so.
Yeah. Do we want to, like, this is probably something Tailwind should be here for, but do we want to establish who we're going to tell about this shit? Like the grandparent that I spooked with this, I just said that their hearing aid must be acting up, which made me feel bad in many ways, but like, we don't have any sort of like mentor, we don't have any sort of like guidance, and I'll be honest, with a family like mine, I don't think we keep these kinds of secrets. If one of us is in something, all of us are in something. So, like, but I realize that this isn't just my secret. So I will go with I'll go with the group in terms of who I can talk to about this.
I have no real intention of telling anyone.
Yeah, there's a scoff from Brittney, and she goes, I hate to break it to you, but if word of this gets out, we're all going to be labeled as horrific freaks. I know you're new here, but well, if it's known that this is something that came from Enspell, well, we'd be lucky if we're even still in town by the end of the month.
Yeah, Tailwind will walk back in. I've seen a lot of weird things go into Ennsville, and less come out.
And besides, we handled that thing well enough today. We'll be fine on our own.
So we're not telling anyone.
Oh, goodness, no. The more people that know, the more liabilities you have.
Yeah, well, the problem with my grandparents is that if one of them knows, then a lot of them know, and there's a bunch.
Well, then don't tell them. Simple as that.
I appreciate your willingness to tell me things that I already know, Brittney. That brightens up my day. And I mean, yeah.
I'm just saying, you're worrying too much about nothing. Just don't say anything and let things be.
Brittney, may I make some sort of maybe a wild guess? Do you have a lack of sort of affectionate and unconditional support in your life? I'm sorry, that was actually...
person asks that.
That was actually
incredibly
extremely mean
stupid
of me.
question.
Yeah,
Incredibly specific
sorry.
as well.
I'm sorry. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to hide in my blanket, and I will emerge a better person.
Yeah, you go do that.
While you're
Would
in
you
there,
also
try
like
and
the
grab a
blanket,
foot
Brittney?
out of your mouth.
I think you guys gotta take that one again because I couldn't understand either of you.
After a second, Nikola sort of lifts the corner and goes, "Would you also like the blanket, Brittney?"
There's an incredulous look from her, like, really? Are you fucking kidding me? You get the impression that that's a no.
They immediately turn to Cat.
Cat will absolutely fucking huddle in the blanket.
Excellent. There are two people in the blanket. It is actually very warm and very soft.
It's an excellent blanket.
So, weird powers, weird goo, and now things coming from what I could only assume is Ensville, ending up in town. I think this is far from over, unfortunately.
Yep.
Get anything from
Tailwind.
the papers, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna look those over. Give me a second. I'm going to assume investigation check.
Yep. Was someone else trying to say something just while you roll? I thought I heard like Lordly.
Oh, I was just saying. I also wanted to ask what Verl did. So.
Okay. Is it 21 for investigation? Alright, so with a 21, Tailwind is pouring through these papers, and some of them are sort of like stained with the goo or smudged, so they aren't entirely legible. But you notice some of them are typed out and printed, some of them are handwritten. Some of them are formatted like official like reports. Some of them are more casual notes. And some of them are a little bit hard to follow in the wording, but you can determine one common theme around all these papers is that whether they're a sort of very dry and technical account or a very scattered flow of thought notes, they all seem to center around something called Catalyst V. And you've seen that term before when you looked at the computer in the lab where all this stuff happened. Where you got slimed. So, and all of these notes also mention it, but they don't exactly tell you what Catalyst V is. It just seems to be very important to whoever wrote these.
Well, at least there's a name. As Tailwind puts down the papers, digs underneath their workbench for a key, then goes over to the middle of the room, opens up a trapdoor to another trapdoor that leads to a safe, opens up the safe and pulls out the jar of stuff, sealed as best they can. I think we found out the name of this stuff.
Cat leans over to Shaun. $5 if you drink it.
No. No. This is the forbidden smoothie.
$100
Forbidden
if
smoothie.
you drink it. Brittney points to Cat.
This is a forbidden smoothie.
I like those odds.
No?
Please no. This is what made the honorable mayor the better mayor over there, and there is a label on the stick bug that says the better mayor. Still figuring out what exactly it does, but at least I have some starting points. No. And if my hunch is correct, as much as I have here, there was like 100 times more that just seeped right into the water supply and down into the subway system.
Oh,
That's the
hell.
problem.
Yeah.
That's an issue.
Yeah. I think we're going to be dealing with this problem for a while.
I think unless anyone else has something to say, that might be a good place to end tonight's game.
Yeah, cut to credits.
Yeah, okay. Very good end scene.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Hey, fellas. This was really fun.
It
Yeah,
was,
You have big
it
purple
was
hands again.
fantastic.
Doesn't Nicole have big purple hands? I don't remember how you described the hands.
God, I don't remember either.
Claw-like, apparently.
Yeah, I think so. They're the ends of their limbs are sort of end heavy in that way that UPN sometimes are.
Well, you see, I'm making like a very joke doodle, so I'm like, I just need a general idea. So
Oh my gosh, yes, please. I need a reference for them, and all of my all of my concept arts have been like, that's not them. That's a different fella.
so this is probably not going to help you because it's a really dumb joke, but and I suck at drawing, but
Oh, hun. Like it like I beside TOC rules, anyone who makes a drawing is like, yeah, this is Nikola. That's now Nikola.
I can do that too. But
I'm gonna stop the recording in a sec. Thanks
that's
to everyone
right.
who was listening.
Rest in peace, everyone else. You don't get to find out what I'm doing.
Mm.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.